Welcome back to this live session again for the NY session, looking at the market again from trend perspective. We see there was a initial breakout here, and there was a significant drop that we have seen on the lower time frame, followed by currently the market having a potential upside bias in that area. We might be able to see that pullback or continuation back below to the direction of the trend, and there was a huge break below here in that market, and that break has brought the price again back above here. So looking at the market structure here, there was a significant drop. The price now approaching key level, and it's started a downtrend that we have seen, and followed by the price potentially going up for another pullback or continuation back again. Are you going to see a reversal or breaking below here? There is a trend line break that you can see on the lower time frame, and after this significant from this break below, the price started to push back again, and if we look at the 1 hour here on gold, you can see there is a very strong bounce back to the upside from this 1 hour perspective. And if this market breaks below again, as the price has tested this lower shadow of this order block, looking to see that potential rejection from this higher price. And it's currently we have seen that there was significant drop here, followed by this is a breakout structure. If the market is again coming down to the long-term support, it is possible that gold to break the daily support, potentially to create a new lower low. Now, in this live session, we are looking to see either gold to break that support or bouncing off that level. We'll be looking to see if the market structure is showing up to be a reversal. Now, the first question that we need to look at here in this live session is gold is reversing, or you think that it's a pullback? So I would like to ask with a poll here. Now, before we begin further, is the live session is streaming well? I'm waiting for everyone to show up. Starting with a poll. Do you think gold is reversal? Do you think gold is coming down? Gold is bearish or bullish? So I'm looking at with a poll here to see that what you guys are thinking. Now, we see that from this daily high, there is a significant drop back here in that market. And this drop that you can see could be a reversal, or it could be a pullback here. And that's what looking here in that market. If this price getting a reversal from the higher price, we look at here, we can see the market here in that area has got a reversal, rejection from this higher price, broken the trend line, and with that break of trend line, we might see now the market to potentially back down here to this liquidity zone. So the market structure on the daily chart, today's low is here. It's showing up that this price may have significant reversal here. Daily perspective here, if we look at so the previous daily low is at 4219 here. $4219 or 4220, followed by there is another low here. Now if this market reverse from the daily high, because this is a multiple time frame and long-term bull market, we can see the price on a very key support level. Therefore, at this price action here, as there is a rejection from this higher price, the bias for short term could be in downside here. Now we need further price action confirmation as daily long-term trend is bullish. And previous session that we have open trade, you guys have seen that from those areas, a very fast scalping trade. Now we are looking at this session as well to find the same kind of setup that can give us a quicker gain and at the same time a high probability setup. So looking at here on gold, you can see that this is where there is a breakdown with a smaller pullback, and would like to see that gold is coming back below to that support level where there is a high area of value. Now this is that would like to see that gold has managed to continue to trend back down here in that market. And that being said, with this break below here with a red bearish engulfer on gold, we see that the trend line is broken. It's completely break below from the trend line, and with that break of the trend line, expecting the market to trend here to that support level on gold. And with that support test, if this market reject back again, we could see the gold to come back to 4244 level or below. So the possibility for the market to reject to around 160 pip back below is what expecting currently to see that if the market is in fact having that reversal in that area. From this higher price, the price has dropped again, tested the trend line. This is the trend line here. You can see the market drop straight back to the trend line, and with that break below the trend line, we might see now return to the direction of the trend or breaking back below again. And there is a fair value gap. If you look at here, this is a trend line, another trend line that could gold retest and then continue to drop. So breaking this low here is where you would like to enter the trade for this potential downside to around 80 pip to 70 pip more we can take if the market shows up to be bearish here in that area. I hope that you guys are enjoying the live session that we are doing every single day. In this live session, we discuss about the trade ideas, education, as well as analysis. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Welcome, and here is where we can see the market structure. This is the drop, a complete breakup structure. And with that break of structure, if you look at, the price has moved back up. And for us to get into the trade, because if you look at the daily chart, you can see there was so far drop to that daily support level. Now if the market reject again back below, the price is approaching that daily support, the previous daily low, followed by another daily low. So these are some of the levels that the price may potentially reverse back or could break that support. The way the market structure is formed on the daily, there is a possibility for a break also higher. So to understand that which directional bias we can look at, we need to look at the lower time frame trend, and that's what we did in our previous session as well. Now the lower time frame trend, you can see it's bearish now, currently on a consolidation. It bounced off that level, grab the liquidity. Now it's trying to break that low back again with a double top and bearish price action formation here in that market. So here in this area, I'm going to look at sell limit order, sell stop order for the market to break below to this daily support. Before we go to the sell stop, would like to see today's low is here at 4244. The market could break the today's low further or could bounce off that level. So we will not take our profit target past today's low, as that's a scary place for many traders to go below today's low. So today's low is here. If we look at, there was a significant bounce from that level. The market has created series of lower high and lower low. Now currently it's on a trend. So this is the trend line that the price is approaching, where the market is maintaining a couple of long wick candle formation is forming. So we'll be placing here a pending order for potential break below to this daily low. I hope that you guys are understanding. The reason we will be placing pending order here is because if the market breaks below, that means it is again merging with this downtrend and then coming back to the daily low, which is the daily support level on gold. If the market reverses back up, we could see that having a bounce back in that market. It's gonna be a sell stop order. With around 90 pip stop loss. Now we can set to profit target. The reason is, if we look at today's low, as we discussed, 4245 is today's low, and to run further trade below, it's gonna be a new level. That means previous daily low, and the long-term trend is bullish. So it's gonna be little harder to run the rest of the half of the position for bigger profit target. But it will take, if the market cross that low, an entry to come down here to the daily low. So it's gonna be a sell stop order if the market drops down. We'll target around 100 pip. If the market bounce off that level, that could be, then we might see the market to cross any of this level. There is a bearish fair value gap. If you look at here in that area, this is a bearish fair value gap, and in that bearish fair value gap, if you look at quite a few red long candles, which in fact an important area of value, and that bearish fair value gap that we can see here could bounce and cross, potentially continue to fill that zone. At the moment, because the market has dropped a lot, we can expect further downside here in that market. So therefore, the bias locally is still bearish for me until we see a clean change of trend. I hope that clear to you guys. So you are placing a sell stop order until though you see some local bullish price action here, but because there was a significant breakdown here, we can't enter buy trade because it anytime would start to resume its downtrend in that area. That's how we need to look at always the trend. The direction of the trend is the key. So we see some consolidation in that area. We place the sell stop here for a potential downside to break that low below to see how the market potentially be doing here. Place the pending order for this potential drop, waiting for the market to show up. If there is any drop here below this level, we are on the trade for this possible break below to this daily low. Take a 1 minute break, coming back for any update here. So we can see there is some kind of long wick candle pattern here in the trade is being formed, and all right, so you can see break of structure could happen. If the market breaks from the structure, breaking below here, we will be on the trade. We place the pending order, and I believe you guys are with me here. And also there is a previous two trades also we have shared. We also close the trade on dollar yen, profit on dollar yen that we have shared in the group, and probably you guys have seen that's all the trade that we have opened. Total 3 trade closed in profit. Now dollar yen that we have opened earlier, now some of the trade that I have sent out in the group, also this strategy that I explained on dollar yen. Now this is the dollar yen trade that I have sent out earlier in the group. If you guys looked at that trade, if you missed that, then this is a great way to know that how the trade was open. We opened buy at 151.44, stop loss at 150.87, TP target at 151.72, and it straight hit that profit target. Now the winning rate is very important in that case on dollar yen, that you guys have seen that. Now I have also shared the details of the trade. Now this is shown in our indicator as well, the buy alert on dollar yen. If you look at this, is the 1 hour price action, and in that 1 hour price action, the market has given us that straight entry in that market on dollar yen. So if you look at here, you can see this is a buy alert. How did you know that? Okay, the market dropped on gold and we might be getting an entry. The market entered, the gold trade is active now, guys. It's a straight drop, has broken that low. We are on the gold trade and would like to take that move here. I'm running in profit. That's good to see that the market is breaking below and the trade is active on gold. Pending order is active. Say yes if your order is active. I'm holding on to that as the market has just crossed that low. There's a fair value gap here, and expecting a potential break to this daily support. Be with me. This is where the market is bearish at the moment, expecting that the price to drop back down to the intraday support level. It's on the trend line, and there is a significant break below followed by a pullback here now in that market, expecting the market to trend back down. This is the previous swing low here. If the market break this swing low here, that means crossing our entry will move the stop loss here to reduce the risk to the half, and we will keep running for further downside here in that market, with this trade expecting to break below here to come back to the daily low. This is where we're looking to see that enter the trade here in that market. Where the price action is showing up, where the market is showing up to be bearish, and that's why we're looking to see the price to break that low. We are nearing to the hourly close here, and looking at the 15 minutes price action, also there is a candle close. Market is trying to break that high here. 5 minutes candle closing here as well. So lower time frame price action from the 1 minute, there could be deeper move, and the market has come back to that support. So how the price action potentially building that momentum, that's what we're looking at in that market to see where the price is potentially be heading. 30 minutes price action, that you can see there was a long week candle, and okay, so carrying that rejection, this is what we are looking to see, the rejection back again to trend to the direction of the major direction here. So with that breakdown, if we see the new lower low created, awesome, the price is just crossing that entry here on the lower time frame. And now, once the market break that support here, expecting it to straight come back to the daily low, as the market, we are just entering into the profit area again. And as there is no significant stronger support here, you could see the price to break down back below to the daily low here in that market. And expecting the price to continue to trend down here back below in that area. This is the lower time frame price action that we are looking here in that market, which is showing that the price action is bearish. And so far we see there is a significant bearish move. Are you guys with me? So we are running profit here, and that move we will be taking straight away as soon as we see the market has gone enough downside here. This is the fourth trade now running in profit. Are you guys with me? In the premium channel. For those who are in the premium channel, you can count on all the trade that I'm sharing in the premium group to see how we are doing here. This trade currently running at nearly to 28 pip profit, and would like to hold on to that for further downside here. I'm still on it, still probability for further downside. And bearish move, this is what expecting. Back to back two narrow candle here on the 1 minute chart, expecting the market to trend here back below to create a new lower low. You can see back to back two important liquidity zone that has created, expecting the market to remain downside here where there is a high area of value, and we're looking for the market to come down back below. And we see the price is feeling that imbalance, which is potentially coming down further back below to create a new lower low. And here is pretty important bearish price action, creating series of lower high and lower low, crossing back below. And once we see the market manage to break below here, we can expect to cross 40 to 50 pip downside here in that market, waiting for further bearish move, as the market trend is still showing that potentially further downside here, which is pretty important to look at the market structure to be bearish, that we can see the prices just crossed that low. And we trade here, real trading, you guys have seen that. I do open almost in every session trades, and we win almost every session, except sometimes some trade goes wrong. But how can we learn the strategy, right? How can you become a trader who can predict the market with a very high accuracy? This is our goal here, is helping traders, thousands of traders every single day. 42 pip up on that at the moment. Looking for further downside in that market. We can see the market is showing that bearish, and we could see the continuation back down here to that level. This is where the market structure is showing further downside. Expecting the market continue to drop. 60-70 pip drop here now at the moment, and I'm going to take the profit very soon with 55 pip up. I am going out with the trade right now. I'm out with the trade, and also I'm sharing the group. Boom, that's what it is, guys. You want to take profit 60 pip when I close the trade here. Say yes in the live chat if you take that profit. Say yes in the live chat. I'm not talking about what I have done in the past. I'm talking about right now. We have secured the profit and the trade is moving now. Welcome, welcome, and it's still coming straight. Come back to that profit target. How can you predict the trade like that? We can see the market is on the daily support. There is a possibility for a deeper drop here now in that market because of the move. 60 pip profit taken. I would like to see how many members here has taken 60 pip profit with me. If you excited about the strategy that I'm trading, if you want to learn the strategy that I'm trading, join the free Telegram where I do share many of my trading ideas and also many of the regular trade ideas as well as regular promotion to join the premium as well. Also, did you like this stream, guys? Say yes if you like this stream. Welcome. Water trade. Yes, it is water trade. We'd like to take more. Still not ended, just beginning. Now we can look for more entry as the market just tested the daily support. From this daily low, we could see break of the daily support, or might be again reverse back again to the high here. With a pretty long doji, 1 hour candle closing with a pretty big long doji. Now this doji, that 1 hour that we can see, it's a stronger liquidity sweep from the top. We might see the market to test that high again, or we could see the straight break below again in that market. Now we'll be discussing more. Why did I open the trade? That's the question, right? That's the most important part of this live session, to know that the strategy, the education, the reason behind the trade, how you can also know that, how you can learn that, how you can replicate the system that you need as a trader. There's a doji from the 1 hour perspective, and you can see that it's stronger liquidity sweep here, and that's where you can see the market to show up that area. Lower time frame price action, which is pretty stronger here. liquidity sweep here, expecting that break below, and we can see the market is potentially to, this is still bearish price action, and you could see that a break of support here from the daily. And if the market break that support on the daily, if we look at the 4 hour here, that you can see the possibility here to drop down here further back below is higher, and it might cross all of this low here. There is a fair value gap, as with the double top, the price action might remain bearish here in that market. So this is what we are looking at in this market to see that where the price is potentially to be heading. From the 4 hour perspective, that you can see the price action is bearish. The possibility for deeper drop here is higher. From the 1 hour, pretty long doji. This 1 hour doji that you can see had a liquidity sweep here, and that might lead the price potentially back below here in that market. With this doji from the 1 hour chart now, it's a pretty long doji here. If the market breaks that low here, you might see that the price to fill those imbalance. There is a pretty stronger imbalance in that area, which is a complete bearish fair value gap. And from the 1 hour with this doji, to see how the market is evolving. Boom, there is a rejection again. Welcome back to the live session here. And looking at that level, the price action, we saw there was a breakout structure. Could be that the market to remain bearish here for that movement back below. And as the market showing up to be bearish, we could see the downside here further. Welcome back to the live session, traders. Hope that you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Breaking that low here. Welcome back to this live stream. You can see the market here in that area showing up that there is a possibility for a break below here to the support level, and that is what we are looking at in the market, to break that support and potentially continue to trend. And this is where there's a long-term level that you can see from the daily perspective. This is the daily support level here where there's a high area of value, and in the daily support the market potentially to break that low further, or even further break below, further continue to drop to create a new lower low in that market. You can see the breakup support and could continue to drop here back below. That's a massive drop. That's a massive drop here, guys. Boom. Massive drop back below, and that could lead the market break that low here, that you guys can see that there's a support break. And this is what we were talking about, that the market potentially to come down here further back below in that market. And just has broken the daily low. It's coming back potentially to break that daily low, and there is a possibility for further downside here that we were discussing about in our previous session as well. So the market is maintaining this downtrending market structure here in that area. So this is where that looking to see the price to potentially break further low here, as the market trend is in a bearish mode, and that could continue to drop here further downside, and we might see the market break below to create a new lower low in that area where the price action is showing up, crashing that below. And we are on a trade that guys have seen that, and would like to catch bigger profit target here in the trade that we have opened in the past also. Bigger profit target is the secret. Have you been with me? Thanks for joining here. The secret is profitability. Bigger wins is the key. The daily low is here. The market is just catching that daily low. That means we could see that break of this low, and there is significant a liquidity sweep in that area. Crashing the down back below here in that market, so which is showing that the price action to be potentially downside here, that you can see the market has crossed that low, created that bearish move, and you could see the price to continue to trend back down here below to that long-term support level. Well, that's what we looked at. There's a long wick and the market again pushing back here. If you guys enjoyed the trade, let me see that what is next we have. Are you guys enjoying the trade? Say yes in the live chat if you are enjoying the trade. Have you been secured the profit with this massive win that you have experienced in that breakup support here? This is what I was talking about, that the market potentially to remain bearish here and could continue to drop here back below in that direction. So that is what we are looking here in that market. You guys look, this is where the price action showing up to be significantly in that area. So that is where now the market is. If we look at here, this is a liquidity zone where there is a resistance line. The market is breaking back below here. The price potentially to trend back down here to this support level. And that is what we are looking at from this high here. It's a straight drop. Now there is a double top here in this market if you look at. And with this double top, there is a complete break below. And we could see that this market to continue to trend down further here to this support level. Right? So that's where I'm looking at here at the moment for another potential entry in that area on gold. And the price just has broken the daily low here, right? It has just broken the daily low, and with that break of this daily low, the price potentially to cross further low here. That might be that the market to come down for a deeper pullback. Currently the price is putting pressure on the weekly low, right? And that breakdown that we can see on gold on the daily could come down further for deeper liquidity before it potentially bounce off that again to the direction of the trend. So it's potentially bringing another opportunity here in that market to give us that entry in that zone here on gold. we could still see that for the downside, as the market has tested that support, still there is bullish fair value gap here that could come and fill that zone here. So there is a possibility for further bearish move here on gold, and we are waiting for another entry. Guys, we are not satisfied yet. All the trade that we have opened, we need more. You need to be hungry as a trader, but at the same time, make sure you always do the risk management. You see that how we trade. I have just shared some of my screenshot that I the real trade that we have opened. So look at this trade just now closed in the system that we are trading. 300 pip on this trade just now has closed. 300 pip on one trade. Look at the strategy that being used. M1, M15. This is multiple time frame analysis. This is multiple time frame entry. 1 minute and 15-minute chart that you use to enter the trade. Look at the date and timing. Exactly right now closed that trade. There is a losing trade. 2 trades. Look at the losing trade and the winning trades. That's the secret of profitable trading. This is where you learn the real trading here. And exactly what do we say? Bigger win, right? See that how big a win can be. What is the obstacle here? The emotion. That's what I'm training here. How can you let your winner run to such a bigger profit target? Did you like the trade? If you like, then don't miss out to like this stream. I see the likes is still a lot or less than the view, 3 times less than the view. Smash the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then don't hesitate to do so. This is a channel where you can learn the actual trading, how the market works, and how you can take the full understanding of the market and understanding a simple strategy that you don't need anything else but the strategy, because trading is remaining on the edge. Remaining on the edge. If you flip a coin, it's 50-50. But if you keep an edge, you always stay ahead. And every detail of the trade that I use, the strategy, is recorded, available for you to access today. You see that in live market I am trading, but I didn't keep anything with me. If you want to explore more, we have few limited spots available. We have few members join. We might close again. Membership taking for some period of time, still open. You can visit the website right now, www.forextradingwizard.com, where scroll down below to the website. Before you join, also you can access the education here. This education will give you more understanding about market, and at the same time, when you are learning, this education is free, available for you on the website, accessible directly. Just click that here and read that. Okay, these are content that can change the way you look at the market. Okay, every detail has something that can give you much more understanding about the market, about the strategy, about everything that you look at. Once you expert, once you understand how the market is working, okay, so once you get the detail, once you understand the market structure, understand the liquidity, everything, then take it trading to the next level. Okay, currently we have just, it might be ending tonight or tomorrow, 95% off. It's nothing, is free for you to join the premium, where you can access every trade that I am opening with entry, stop loss and take profit target, every trading tool that I am using in live market, and also mentorship, chat group, many other benefits that you can attain to take your trading to the next level. that being said, this is still beginning of the session. We still have a lot to do from today's session, right? So let's look at the next entry possible in the market, that how we can enter the next trade shortly after. Welcome back to the live session here. With this liquidity sweep here, the market again putting the pressure back below here in that area for this possible downside in that market. And you could see the price to continue to drop here to this support level to create a new lower low in this market. Pretty stronger move here that you can see on gold. And as the market is having that trend from this high here, creating triple top, and with the triple top formation, the price is breaking that support, expecting further back down here, and could continue to drop back below to pass that low here, potentially to cross that low to create a new lower low in that market. And it's still maintaining the downtrend. If you guys look at it, you can see it's crossing that low, passing that detail, and could be that the market to break below, and as still maintaining the downtrend, we might be able to find another entry as soon as we see the market has managed to have another wave of drop in that area. The price at this point at daily support level. The daily support is important to look at in this market. Here is a series of lower high here in that area, and with this series of lower high, expecting the market to break below to create a new lower low here in that market. The current resistance line that you can see in this market is here, which is a very important level of resistance. And as the market structure has shown to be significantly bearish, we may see the next move here on gold breaking this support here, which is 418586 level, and the lower time frame price action here that is showing up to be whenever the price is crossing this high, getting the rejection. So the trend continuation is still higher here in that market, and that trend continuation bring that price potentially back below here to this 418685 level, which is very important support level here in that market. We are looking to see possible break up here to the upside to this key level where there is a high area of value. The The market is approaching that high here, that you can see the market breaking above here to this key resistance line, and that move here that you could see the price to go back potentially to this long-term resistance line here in that market. But if it's smaller candles here on the lower time frame, does this represents that the market to have another drop? That could be, if you look at, you can see this break below quite a few smaller candles. So the bulls are still showing up to be weaker than the bears, and that break to the upside could be a possibility for another wave of drop here in that market. If the market bouncing off that level back to the upside here with such a smaller candles, possibility again for break below is higher. So the market showing up to be still bearish in that area. 1 hour perspective and the 30 minutes chart that you can see, this is the 30 minutes price action here. The price action shows that on the 30 minutes also potentially bearish. This is the 30 minutes resistance line. If the market is going back up here for another retest here, this is bearish fair value gap, expecting it to penetrate and then to trend back down here. So the downtrending market structure is higher here in that area, and that is where we are looking at in this market. You can see the price is crossing that high here, which is a key liquidity zone, and in that liquidity zone expecting the market to trend back down. I hope that guys you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Break below from that high that you can see. The dollar yen also pushing back up here in that market, which is showing the dollar yen potentially continue to trend back up in that direction. Welcome, welcome. All right, so there was another breakup structure that you can see here. There was another breakup structure, and that potentially signaling further bearish move here in that market. Looking at the higher time frame, if we look at the 5-minute chart from this high here, there's a pretty long rejection here in that area, and with a series of lower high in that market. So if you look at, this is a trend line, and in the trend line the market has created a bounce, expecting the price to drop back below here to this support level. This is a trend line here where the market potentially to trend back below in that direction. And this is where there is a complete break below, right? So that might bring the price to create a new lower low. This is where the market structure is showing up to be downside here in that market, and with a double top, expecting the market to trend back below here. Now at the moment we see the price has started to move with this channel as the market multiple time rejected from the higher price, so you could see that continuation back below here in that market to the lower price here in that zone. This is where the price action is showing up to be potentially further downside, that you can see the market to cross down back below to create a new lower low in that market. With a series of lower high, the market on a channel and waiting for the price to continue to trend back down here to this support level. With a long wick doji, the price may possibly break further down here to this support level. With a bearish rejection in that area, with a continuous series of lower high, expecting the market to trend here back below. As the market just has broken the daily support, we might see further downside here to this daily support level here to create a new lower low in this market. Bearish drop here, that you can see the market has penetrated well below, and that is could be potentially further bearish possible here, as the market in the past tested that support and bounce off the level. It couldn't create a new higher high. Instead, we can see the equal high created double top. The price has rejected back below. Now that might bring the price well below this support level here in that market, and that is could be the potential move here in that market to break that low, possibly to continue to drop back below here in that support level to create a new lower low in this market. We see series of lower high here, and that is bringing that market to potentially break below to this support level. possibly breaking that low to create a new lower low. And maintaining that downtrending market structure, giving that high probability for gold to continue to drop here to this support level to create a new lower low. So we see that there is a significant bearish price action is being formed, which is the possibility. Let's delete the levels here and looking at the fresh perspective, guys. This is a very important concept that I use always keep in mind, because there is a very high chance of convincing ourselves to take a trade which is not there, because the market is constantly evolving. It requires a very, very high awareness and presence of mind to understand how trading works, guys. You'll see that more often. If you are trading for some time, you'll understand that more often. We as a trader, you'll see that you'll decide even before you open your chart, either you'll be buying or selling the market. Is it interesting? You'll see this over and over again. You'll see that before you even sit down on your trading desk, you decide either you will be buying or selling. Okay, but as a matter of fact, every moment there's a new market structure, there's a new possibility to direction, and market is not very different than reality, right? Based on your action, anything can happen. We assume that something predetermined, but in fact, imagine that you are on a supermarket shelf. Based on your choice, you will get the product. Everything is based on your choice and perception and thinking, and then action. Depending on how fast or how evolved you are. Some people, you say that take a lot of action to do very little. Some people even don't take action to achieve a lot. How does this happen? Imagine that what time Newton's discovered is the laws of motion. And look at the quantum world, the quantum physics in 19th century. Depending on what time frame you are living in will determine how you're gonna experience your outcome. The market is no different than that. So, to always keep in one very simple sentence in your mind. Keep always a beginner mindset. Imagine that the first day you sit on the chart. Fresh look, a new perspective all the time will give you how the market is doing. If you looked at when we were here in that level, we were planning for a bullish setup, right? But we didn't take the setup because we saw the market is breaking the support. The market sentiment changes every moment. Now, if you look at here, now it is still a very strongly bear market. So we are looking at here still a bearish setup. At any point, you could see that reversal can happen. If it happens, it happens. based on the market structure. Whenever the market is creating a new structure, you have to change your direction, and that's why trading is so hard, because everything else boost our ego, boost that we are right. Except trading, you have to be multiple time wrong. Still you need to keep faith on your strategy. That is trading. But the ego tells us that every time, right, you should be right. Look at this trade that we have opening just few minutes ago in this live session. How about these 2 times you are wrong? This is why it is so difficult for trading for some, is because when this trade running, we don't want to be wrong, because when I'm wrong, I'm cut with a very, very smaller fraction of loss. But when I'm right, I'm holding that trade for bigger profit target. Take it to the next level, highest level. That is what bigger 300 pip on this trade. But when I have cut the trade, it's only 30 pip here. When I cut this here, it's only 40 pip here. But when I'm taking the profit, 300 pip. That's how trading is. So trade not to be right. Trade to be profitable. You can write that now. Okay, we see the market is bearish here, that strongly in that direction, maintaining that downtrending market structure, and could continue to drop further back below here in that area. Pushing that down. With that break below here from this double top, there is a downside here. The market has come back below to the support level, which is an important support here. And that support could continue to drop back below in that market to create a new lower low here in that area. That's what we are looking at here in this price section. From the daily price section, this is where the market is now on a bearish move that is breaking the support and could drop further back down here. And with the drop, the price action could bounce back up again to create a new higher high in that market. Breaking that support, putting the pressure on that back below in that support level. And after break of this support, what we can expect, if you look at this, is a double top, and that double top could play out and we might see deeper drop to this level as the market is coming back below here in that market. That being said, this is, if you look at today, 22nd of October, we have 8 days for this month. Today is, now Wednesday started in my view. Until Friday, it's 24th. starting another week 27 till Friday 31st. And this today plus Thursday, Friday, 3 days, another 5 days, 8 trading days, right? Yeah, there will be another 8 trading days because it's 31st month. Expect high volatility. This one information can change your trading, because when there's high volatility, there's more trading opportunity. Take more trades. You know what are the best weeks to trade? Can anybody tell me what are the best weeks to trade in the month? Let's say starting with the first week. This is what I call the 4th dimensional trading, guys. No one is gonna ever tell you this. That's why I always encourage you to watch the live session over and over again. No one is going to tell you this. This is 4th dimensional trading. And until you get to that 4th dimension, it's not gonna be profitable. Okay, what is 4th dimension? So X, Y, Z, right? That's 3 dimension. If you take a coordinate, you can see that at any point, which is a space. So if you take a coordinate, then take X, Z, and Y in relation to that, right? That is the space. You need to define any point in the space based on the coordinate. 3 dimension. You can define any point in a space with X, Y, and Z, which is 3 dimension, right? The world is 3 dimensional or n dimensional. Now, when you look at that 3 dimensional object, the point based on X, Y, and Z, it's incomplete. It's completely incomplete because you need another dimension to define the correct position of that object or the point, and that is time. That is the 4th dimension. Okay, now 4th dimensional trading is space-time trading that we discussed, right? The space is the 3 dimension and the time is the 4th dimension. That is complete. And when you keep that space in one direction, time the other direction, that's a space-time curve that you can see, the wave everywhere permeated. Now, in trading, if you eliminate timing, this candlestick pattern doesn't carry any value. You can't see the same results trading on the low volume market to a high volume market. So that is why it is so important that you keep your timing. That means not time frame, not 15 minutes, not 4 hours, not 1 hour, not 1 minute. There was a misconception. This is when I begin trading, and I have hundreds of people saying that, okay, don't trade 1 minute, don't trade 5 minutes, trade 4 hours, trade 1 hour. All BS. You see that every day we are trading on gold 1 minute chart and consistently making money. It doesn't matter either you are trading on 1 minute or 5 minutes or 4 hours. 1 minute is more profitable than 4 hours. Why? Because there is a lot of opportunity. It's the most important part is not 1 minute chart, is what session you are trading, at what is your trading time. In a high volume session, in high volume time, trading 1 minute is highly profitable. Look at this trend here. In this 1 minute time frame, it's a very organized, without any difficult, right? You see that clearly 10 and 20 MA crossed over from each other, and see that how the market respected this 20 EMA. Every time the market is going to the 20 MA, dropping back down. Every time the market is going to, it's a nicely organized dynamic resistance, the price respecting that level and dropping back down, right? So 1 minute chart, and every time you can sell from this level, it's gonna give you a consistent profit. So it's about the timing along with price action, market structure, liquidity. As Nikola Tesla said, that if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. In market, there are 3 dimensions. Market structure is one direction, price action the other direction, and the liquidity. When you combine it with the 4th dimension of timing, no one can stop you from becoming a profitable trader. The only thing that you need to master is your trading psychology. That's what we are doing here, guys, in this live session. Make sure you don't miss out any part of this live session, as this is where you can learn and grow as a trader with me every single day. Welcome. You too. Thank you. Can I buy now? No, we are not buying. It's a falling market. Thank you. Yes, of course, anyone can enter the academy via the website. So you can go to the website, and then once you on the website, you can click join now button. That will take you to the page where you can enter directly via the website. If you want to join the academy right now, you can join via the website. You can find link below this video, www.forextradingwizard.com, where you can learn and grow as a trader with me every single day. Access many of the trading strategies that I am trading, including all my premium trade that I'm sharing. And also you can get access to hold on to my personal trading tool that I'm using every single day to trade the market, to get access to everything as a lifetime member. You can visit the website, which is ending very soon. The offer is currently 95% off. It's nothing in comparison what you get. It's just to help the members, help the trader. So visit www.forextradingwizard.com. You can find link below this video where you can scroll down, come back here, and then click join now here. It will take you to the checkout page. If you have still any question, you can directly reach out via the chat here, live chat option available. If you have any question, you can ask the live chat to answer any question. Straight away you will get most of the answer. In case if you still have any inquiry, you can use the contact us page to give you a quick answer. Also stay connected by joining free Telegram where there is a lot of education being shared. Along with also you can find many of my trading ideas, and also more often you can find very attractive offer to join the academy. Sir, payment options for the academy, is it okay to? Yes, absolutely it is okay. Absolutely you can use anything, any payment method available. You can want to join right now on the website, and it's 100% secure and safe. You can join the free Telegram channel for more update. Okay, so you see the pullback on gold coming here in that area, and that pullback might bring that price further back to the upside here in that area, and we could see the market potentially continue to trend back up here in that zone. This is where we are looking in that market to show up an entry, and that is the resistance line at the moment in that area, which is potentially to retest and then return again back below. The price is approaching that key level, so there is a high area of value, and with that resistance line the market is approaching that level where there is a liquidity zone, expecting the market to test and then to return again back in the direction of the major trend. With this one single bounce back to the upside here, this is, can you see that reversal, or it's a break of structure? This is potentially a break of structure here, as the market still didn't create any lower low. It's approaching the 1 hour resistance line with a one single bounce back to the upside, and that might bring that price again potentially break below here, that we might see the price to test that high. And this 1-5 minutes candle, if the price is approaching that 1 hour resistance line, potentially to bounce back again in the direction of the major trend, and we might see the price to test again to the support level, which we can see the price is potentially bouncing off that level. we could see the price to potentially cross that high, break that high, and then to return again back below in the direction of the major trend. Now looking at this 1 hour price action, this candle has a significant rejection from this lower price here, and as it formed this pretty deep double top. The reason deep is we saw there was a double top here. The market dropped to that level, bounce off the same level again, form another double top, and the market rejected back again to that support level. And that drop down that you can see in this market potentially to come back below. And if this 1 hour market structure testing that high and breaking below, that is where we could see that the market to potentially trend down here in that support. So breaking above here could be a possibility for us to sell this market in that area on gold. But if you long week doji here in that area and price again breaking that low, was expecting from the 1 hour resistance to be tested. Here is a gap open. If you look at the price has not been tested yet. The gap has not been tested, and without testing the gap, the price could drop. But if we see that gap test, could be much more high probability for this market to see that another wave of drop as the market left again here on the 1 minute chart, 100 pip fair value gap, and this is bearish, so it's still possibility for another drop. So if the market is going up here, crossing that high and then dropping back down, is where the possibility for us to again to find the sell opportunity. There's a 15 minutes price action. Also, price just reached that level and then return again back here in that area. Which could lead that market to test and then return again. We see there is a head and shoulder formation here in that area. And with this head and shoulder here, the market structure has formed pretty sharp trend here that you can see in that area. And with that trend, with this head and shoulder, the market may continue to drop here back below to this support level. This is bearish market structure that you can see, and from that bearish market structure, from this high here, it's head and shoulder, expecting the market to trend back down here to this support level to create a new lower low in this market. We see the price is breaking back below, and that is where the imbalance, we could see that continuation back below. I was waiting for 1 hour resistance retest. It just has rejected back below without retesting, so you might see that continuation back down here further to create a new lower low in this market. You see dollar yen, if we look at in addition to the gold, and we have secured one trade earlier on dollar yen, and the market had a significant breakout from that support level. Now it's on a pullback. This is where we have opened our first trade on dollar yen from this support level, and there is one bullish candle that you can see from here showing up to be upside here on dollar yen, and we have taken the trade. The market has bounced off that level from this consolidation again back to the upside, and that is showing that dollar yen may potentially continue to rise back here, and this is where there is a high area of value on dollar yen. And this is the level that you can see the market is approaching currently on dollar yen, could continue to rise back to create a new higher high in that market. That being said, as dollar yen is currently in a bullish trend, we could see that breaking below is an entry opportunity for us on dollar yen to bounce off that level. While we can see that gold is, along with dollar yen, gold is had a significant drop here in that area, and with the drop back down, this is a key level of resistance. We're expecting that gold to the price on a very important support. Now that support could potentially reverse again back up, or we could see the market to trend down here to continue to drop back below in that area. And that is what we see the price. This is where there is a area of value, where there is a high liquidity zone, which is a resistance line here in that market. There's a doji on the lower time frame, that 5 minutes candle closing with multiple liquidity sweep. There's another liquidity gap here. So we are here patient, as you mentioned. Patience is key to become profitable as a trader. That's why the secret of becoming consistently profitable trader is to become patient and keep patience until you see that it's happening. If you look at the lower time frame, on the lower time frame 30 minutes chart here, the market has created a candlestick pattern that might potentially drop down here or could bounce off further. 15 minutes price action as well, trying to break above here in that area. And looking at the 5-minute chart, also the market is trying to break that level, where 1-minute chart, this is the lower time frame price action, breaking that high could break further, and one hour price action, the price is just crossing that key level. Now from this level, we might see the market to penetrate back above and then continue to drop back down here to this support level. There's liquidity sweep from the 1 hour perspective. Pretty significant breakout here on gold, and that might straight bounce back up to the daily high, but I'm still not expecting that much of move. We'll look to see that how the market structure evolving. If it truly reverse from here, if it form that reversal pattern, you can see the market sentiment again changing. We'll be looking to enter bullish trade as long-term trend is bullish. The price has tested very important daily support level here. That being said, traders, it's a great session with all of you guys together, and we are looking forward to go for further trading opportunity later today as progressing with the NY session. There's still a lot to take from the market as the price action currently showing significantly. We can see the market is currently trending, and we'd like to trade this kind of market which there is a trend in the market. That being said, I'm coming on live again tomorrow twice like we do every single day to trade the market. And I would like to say that, guys, consistency is the key. Don't miss out any live session so you are not missing the valuable trading education that we are providing here every single day. And also the trade setup, making money, progressing with the regular trade setup that we are doing every single day. That being said, thank you for joining here. I'll see you there again trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.